All right. Let's make sure we're all doing good. What's happening? Name is Jonathan. Here, let me actually put do not disturb on so we don't get disturbed. How's it going today? I'm just show you a little bit about some of the stuff that I'm doing to use AI to create content. I just was shooting something right before I did this, so I kind of like have a checklist of things that I always make sure that I hit up before, like, each day, like bare minimum. I recommend you do the same thing. Just make a little checklist. A few things. Let's see. Make sure you hear me. Perfect. So what I'm going to be doing is going through here. Let me actually just make sure I see my levels. Always bump stuff. Let me do this. There we go. Okay. Let's get started. There we go. All right. Let's do this. Hit that. Again, my name is Jonathan Dunkerley, and I'm here to show you exactly how I am using AI to create passive income and basically creating income while I sleep, using content to grow leads and to make money. We're trying not to trade our time for money anymore. So we're creating smart automations using AI and using AI to help us create content to fill that funnel. So I'm going to dive right into it. So if you do want to follow along with everything that I'm doing today, let me just boom. Let me bring this up. Just go to AIprofitchecklist.com. It will bring you to this landing page. It will give you access to this checklist, which is basically my entire funnel, my entire system. You could just copy it. There's a lot of ways that you could automate it as well. Things like this snapshot right here. I use high level, and there's a high level snapshot. You can get automatically get things like my funnel, like all of my automations, my landing pages, my forms, and that will just get you a big head start. Even if you're doing a different niche than I am, you could just get that funnel and modify it using AI to take my funnel and just tweak it until it's what you want. Just copy and paste it in and tell it to adjust it as needed. It's crazy what you could do with AI nowadays, right? Being able to create content like shorts, like what I'm going to go over today. I'm creating another short using AI. And so we have our things like Facebook pages, Instagram accounts, and YouTube and TikTok that we post those shorts to, vertical videos. And then we capture those leads from those videos, and it goes into our funnel, and then we're able to monetize it through evergreen automations as well as more timely things that we end up sending to people. So it's really, really good. So again, go to AIprofitchecklist.com, get access to this, and I'm just going to walk you through exactly one of the different ways that I make content using AI. And I'm going to be using a tool called Descript in order to do this. It's called Descript, and you can get it at easyaiedits.com. Also, all the links are in the description on YouTube. So let's just dive into it. Again, just if you do get value from these, I'd appreciate hitting that thumbs up, smashing the like button, and ring the bell and subscribing if you do get value from this content. So what we're going to do is we are going to go again to Descript. So I already did a little bit of work on this. I'm just going to be finishing up what I had started. So I have a couple, there's my Descript tabs. So again, easyaiedits.com is my affiliate link for Descript, helps support the channel. So we have Descript. It started off as an audio tool, but it's like, look at all of these different things that you could use it for now. Edit videos, generate avatars, rough cut a podcast, create social clips, translate and dub videos, turn slides into videos, generate animated videos, and transcribe a file. And there's way more, actually. Like, there's so many things, and there's so many tutorials on how to use it. So it is also a very big educational hub if you think about it that way. So all right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to just finish off one of the, I already edited two shorts this morning. I probably should have just streamed it, but I was in the zone. So I edited those two, but I'm mixing in a couple different type of short into the mix now. Just a slightly different, like, additional thing. Where is my folder? There it is. Where did I put that folder? because I'm looking in the wrong area. Okay, so I have these ones that I just call like value shorts. It's mean like I'm not actually giving any kind of like call to action. Here, I can play the last one real quick. It's about a minute long. So I made them in the same way, but this one is 100% AI. So what I did with this one was I actually went to YouTube. And I searched for some, like I've been using, like I've been kind of like modeling, like you got it. Here's a good example right here is Alex Hormozy. Whoever you want, like whoever your person is. Maybe it's Sean Cannell. Here's a person right here. Maybe it's completely different niche, completely different everything. So I'm going to click on this one. So let's go over here. And
this is Phil.
So we can go to his shorts. And then you could start going to these marketers and finding the shorts that are relevant to, like, they should be in your niche or close to it. Then you could take it, and there's this little hack. So, I mean, you could go and save the transcript. It's easier on Instagram and TikTok to save the transcript, or you can go and get a tool like, for instance, where is it? Where is that actual tool? One second. I know the one that I'm thinking of. Why I never remember the name. This one works really well. Tactic. So say I wanted to grab this one. I don't always do it with the shorts. One second. So I'm going to grab the link. And if this doesn't work, take your phone and hit the text to like transcribe button on, like it's built into every phone, and just copy it because you just need a rough thing. It doesn't need to be perfect. Let's grab this and see if it grabs the short. It should actually. This one always works. So this is a short. So now, if you grabbed, I haven't even listened to it yet. But if you grab that, where is it right here? Upload the transcript. Get the transcript. Why is it not? Download. Copy. Did it copy it? No, it didn't do anything. It's lies. I don't know why it's not doing it yet. Maybe it won't work with shorts. Yep. Oh, it just did. As I said that. There it is. Okay. That popped up. Get the transcript. Maybe it's still transcribing it. That's weird. Download it? I don't know. I don't know why it's not doing it here. But again, what I've been doing, the complete ghetto way, is I just take my phone, I just hold it up to my, like here, and record it's a minute. I just get the transcript, and then I just drop it in wherever I want. I drop it into ChatGPT, whatever the video that I'm doing, right? I just drop it into ChatGPT. And then I take that file, or the transcript that I got, or the recording, or the thing that I transcribed. I take that file, and then that text, I put it in there, and I say rewrite it, but make it so Alex Hormozy is great, but he's not, like, I'm focusing on creating passive income with AI. That's like my focus. He's similar. He talks about some of that stuff, but that's not his focus. But I need a more niche down focus. So I say, hey, take this video and rewrite it in my voice, but still have the Alex Hormozy, angle and vibe. But then I need it to hit this, and this point, and then it will rewrite the script, right? So you're going to hit these, like, you have this video. This is a brand new one. Maybe it might be, like, you could go look at some that have done better. Like, you look at this. You go to his videos, since we're talking about him in this example. Go to popular. Here's one that has 9.4 million. Maybe that's a good short to just go.
If I told you to build the tallest tower you possibly could in 10 seconds, here's how you might do.
So you're not going to be, you're not going to get the visuals. You get the same idea. Tell it, hey, this is a visual one, but keep in mind that I'm using AI stock footage or AI generated footage or stock whatever in order to create the video. And you give it so this is 2 years old, and it's almost got 10 million views, which is not bad for even 2 years for a short. That's not bad. So it's obviously doing well, but then you could just work your way down the list. Like, I mean, this other one, next one is The next one over is what, 9 million, and then work your way down this list and just kind of redo his school. Like, and then what you're gonna get is you're gonna say, hey, I got these create a story, or like it will create it in their style, is my point. So what I did is I got my output and now we're all caught up. So I'm going to play this one, and this is one that I got you, and then I created another one, a second one, a script, and I'm basically at the point where I just pasted the script into Descript. But let me play this so you get an idea. This one's already public. So I could just go to the...
When I first started using AI...
So let me go to the actual public one, because if I go to the public one, you can see how it loops. Or is that the same one? Refresh that page. Is this the same?
When I first started using AI, I thought I was doing everything right. I was testing tools, watching tutorials, trying new features every week, and I wasn't making $1. That's when I realized something. Using AI is easy. Turning AI into income is the hard part. The easy path is playing with tools and feeling productive. The harder path is learning how to turn AI into a system. Content that keeps working after you post it. Funnels that collect emails while you're offline. Work you do once, that doesn't stop paying attention to you. Most people quit right here because the system part feels uncomfortable. But if the easy path worked, you wouldn't still be watching videos like this. Passive income with AI isn't about learning everything. It's about building one thing that keeps working. And once you get that, everything changes. When I first started using AI...
All right, so that's the video, and you see it just loops. And so the ones that I'm on camera, I try and loop it a little bit better, but you get the idea. You could even, split the clip and do all that fun stuff. So now let's go over to the next one, which this is another one that I've got. So now I have my voiceover. It's generated. It comes out to 59 seconds long, but let's listen to this voiceover, make sure that everything is good. And when it is, then I just need to take that clip, and I'm going to collect everything from either videos that I've already created or basically from the media library that is included with Descript. So I hit play.
Here's something I had to learn the hard way when I started trying to make money with AI. You're not out of business when your bank account hits zero. You're out of business when someone physically stops you from working. When the doors are locked. When there are padlocks on the building. When you're not allowed to keep going. Everything before that is just a story happening in your head. And most people quit long before that ever happens. Not because AI didn't work. Not because the tools failed. But because they decide they failed. They try AI, don't see instant results, and stop. They feel behind. They feel late. They feel like it's not for them. That's the real problem. AI doesn't remove effort. It removes wasted effort. It lets you create content faster. Build systems that work when you're offline. And do work once that keeps running. Passive income with AI isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about leverage. And leverage gives you something most people never get back. Time. Nothing is stopping you from building that except the moment you decide to stop.
Okay, so it's a minute long. It's just basically, an inspirational, like it's telling somebody a positive thing. And here's the thing is, like, you could probably take pretty much this entire thing and add a few more clips or swap out a few lines and then change the visuals, and it would be a completely different video. And that's probably what I would be doing with a lot of these, just tweak them slightly. But now all we got to do is highlight our text-to-speech, click convert to audio. And just like magic, we got audio clips. So now let's go through this minute.
Here's something I had to learn the hard way when I started trying to make money with AI.
So I just go through media, learning, something like that. And there's really two places that I grab them from. There's either, you can grab images, but that's boring. You can go to video or GIF. So if you go to video, these are kind of boring for these ones. They're better for like other videos. I don't use it unless it's like something like this. But it doesn't make sense. But for like learning, I like these GIF ones better. Like, you drop that on there. Look, I mean, like I could have dove deeper into this. Seems like SpongeBob is popular too. But there we go. Do not overthink this. Done. Boom, 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 boom.
Here's something I had to learn the hard way when I started trying to make money with AI.
And I don't like these fades like this, but for these.
You're not out of business when your bank account hits zero.
Out of business. And I prefer the GIFs in all honesty. GIFs, GIFs, I don't care. Don't yell at me. And like, don't overthink this. It doesn't have to exactly match. I like this one actually. I'm gonna jump that. So you're not out of business when, okay. Some of these don't work because of me having to stretch them. But that's gonna work. That's gonna be funny.
You're not out of business when your bank account hits zero.
Let's see if there's another one. Screaming. Maybe I could spell screaming right. I don't know. I don't mind seeing some Dwight. Good old Dwight. Sometimes people say that I look like him or that I behave like Dwight. And they say like, oh man, you're a lot like Dwight. And you know, the thing is like, my argument to that is that I am a real person. I'm a really human boy. And Dwight is a made up person from a TV show on the internets, from the universal worlds. He is a made up man. He's a real actor, but Dwight made up. And Dwight made up after I was made. So technically, if anybody is like that, like Dwight is like me. And Dwight stole my identity, and I'd like to be compensated. Just saying. Okay.
Here's something I had to learn the hard way when I started trying to make money with AI. You're not out of business when your bank account hits zero. You're out of business when someone physically stops you from working.
You see what's happening here? When the doors are locked doors. Like any of these could work. Is that two? No, that's one. Is that Mr. Bean? Mr. Bean's locked out, huh? I don't know, Mr. Bean. Generation too young to know who you are. Been using a lot of this one right here in different videos because they work. I don't know. The Mr. Bean one's funny. I'm gonna go with that one. Don't overthink it. And so here's another thing: is like once you get a couple of these made, you could reuse parts of it, and then you'd use like, because there's always like AI credits whenever you're using AI, so you could use less of your AI credits.
Working when the doors are locked.
One thing always frustrates, it always adds the fade. I don't want the fade.
When the doors are locked. When there are padlocks on the building.
Padlock. Padlock. See? It's easy. What are we? 13 sec. We're a quarter of the way through already. This one, is this still okay? Let's see how this looks.
When there are padlocks on the building, when you're not allowed to keep going.
Exhausted. There we go. I can spell it right. God, man. Oh, I like the SpongeBob one. That's a good one. For some reason, SpongeBob just works. Just works. Good old SpongeBob. Good old SpongeBob SquarePants. I wish that there was more that were like vertical already, but you just crop them like a ninja.
When you're not allowed to keep going. Keep going. When you're not allowed to keep going, everything before that is just a story happening in your head.
Fairy tale. Disney. Head. I misspelled Disney. Oh, it doesn't want to be capitalized? Yeah, how dare it? How dare me not capitalize Disney? See, everything before that is just a story in your head. Fantasy. So I've tried to have AI like give me like prompts or like things to search for in Giphy, and I just like it's usually just better this way. Yeah, this seems to work. I don't mind this. And again, like you're gonna find things. This is just me. Like this is an example of me being me and creating content that's speaking my language. You're going to make stuff that's slightly different because you're going to be doing something different, you know. You're a different person than me. I don't know if you know.
So everything before that is just a story happening in your head. And most people quit long before that.
Quit. I quit. There we go. Sinister laugh.
And most people quit long before that ever happens. Not because. And most people quit.
And here, I don't need the loop. It's a longer clip. I'd rather shave a little bit off the front and have a little bit more on the back end. Make sure this is. I want to already be in that motion.
And most people quit long before that ever happens. Not because AI didn't work.
So let's see what search for. AI fail. I like these ones. I don't need to explain myself. I just like them. Throw them into my videos. They're in the system. I could just use them. Why not? So I'm almost halfway through. I'm about a little over a third.
Not because the tools.
AI tool. Fail. Tool fail. Failure. Come on, we got some more. That seems like a good little fail, little face plant. Oh, well, that's doing that. I could update this. I don't need it to have the quotes around it. I did that because I want it, when I created my closed caption, I wanted it to sound like, but because they decide they failed. And by adding the quotes, that's what got that for me. Oops. No, I got to do it again. 1 second.
Not because the tools failed, but because they decide they failed.
And here's another thing. Let me show you this. So say I've got a couple that I've already done. So browser's going a little slow. I got too many tabs open. Doesn't want to go. There we go. So there's the last one that I did. So if there's something like the light bulb one is a good one. If I wanted to use that again somewhere. That would be like a good one.
The tools failed, but because they decide they failed.
Good timing, actually, too. Fraction of a second.
Failed. They try AI, don't see instant results and stop.
So let's see if there's another good one that we can just grab, just make our life easier.
Path is learning how.
Find this. Why don't you just grab this clip? There we go. This is one that I actually generated with Descript, which they use another tool, obviously, to do it. But
Try. They feel behind.
Let's go back to our media library. Behind. Running behind. Let's see. I can do a Forrest Gump thing. It's focusing more on running. Left behind. Bring me some. There we go. That's a good one. See? We're about halfway through. And thanks for hanging out with me and while I create some content using AI tools. Remember, I'm using Descript. That's at easyaiedits.com. And if you want to get the whole blueprint, go to aiprofitchecklist.com. Is it late? That's scared, maybe. Another spot. I can't use the nudge. There we go. So it's coming along. I did a lot of cuts in this particular one. Just the pace.
I feel late.
I feel like that's not going to work. That's better. Ooh, not for them. Let's just use Kermit. Let's just. But here, see, I could zoom in more and not make the image look bad. Kermit, same thing. Good old Kermit.
They feel like it's not for them. They feel like it's not for them. That's the real problem.
Searching for the words. There you go, Pudgy Penguins. There you go. You made your little. It's like a crypto project using their NFT image. Why not? It's available. Smart. Put them all on there.
That's the real problem. AI doesn't remove effort. It removes wasted effort.
Let me just. I might leave the quotes on that one. No. Low effort. Sometimes you need to search a little bit to find what you need. But, I'm going through it pretty quick. I'm getting close to the end. Wasted effort. Let's see, any for wasted effort? Maybe no effort. Did I already do that? I might have. No, I didn't. I don't know. Maybe Elmo. Maybe I'll do two. Here's an idea. I'm going to just do it like this. Watch this. Boom. Love it.
AI doesn't remove effort. It removes wasted effort. It lets you create content faster.
The typical Jim Carrey clip right there. Fast editing. Typing. It's overused. It's the Jim Carrey one. Ooh, that's a different. There we go. Something different. Oops. There we go. What are we at now? We're like 40 seconds, so we're 2/3 of the way through. I don't know if this will read. Oh, no, it does.
It lets you create content faster. Build systems.
Oops. Oh, gosh. There we go. Yeah, I like that one. I get it. It's a funny joke. It's a funny joke. Trust me. It's hilarious. It's funny. If you don't get it, then you're just not cool.
Build systems that work when you're offline and do work once that keeps running.
Hard worker. AI. Don't know if that one. I'm just gonna use this one. It's about leverage. 6-7, baby. I like this. What's your name? I'm the AI 6-7, baby. The AI 6-7, baby. What's your name? I'm AI 6-7, baby.
Keeps running. Passive income.
Let's see, passive income. Let's search for that. Passive income. Sure, why not? Even looks like a really good AI video. It's AI made with artificial intelligence.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hardest part's almost done.
Rich overnight. It's about leverage. And leverage It's about leverage.
It's just a picture. I can't do that. I can't do that to people. Oh no, I need a V. Yeah. Robot. So close. It's only 4 more lines. It's about...
Nothing is stopping you from building that except the moment you decide to stop. Nothing is.
Go. See if this is goodly enough to look good.
Nothing is stopping you from building that except the moment you decide to stop.
Okay, 3 more. Wedge. Wood. Crowbar. How do you spell crowbar? I don't think it's spelled crow. I could be wrong. Oh, maybe I am wrong. I completely was right. It's about leverage. Crowbar. Yeah, we'll go the whole way.
It's about leverage. And leverage gives you some.
Gift. That has to be. It's meant to be. When there's a Teletubbies video, and it was the first option, it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
It's about leverage. And leverage. And leverage gives you something most people never get back.
One more. Time. Easy one. Easy peasy.
Time. Nothing is stopping you from building that the moment you decide to stop. Nothing is stopping you from building that except the moment you decide to stop.
All right. It shaved off like half a second. So now, to make it easy on ourselves, we're just going to go back to projects, and we're just going to grab the elements from our last one, and then we'll be groovy. Everything's going slow right now. Whoa. But yeah, so that's basically how I get all the different visuals, but then I grab, this is the same, I'm just going to use the same audio, background audio. Let's go right here. Go to the beginning. Make sure you're on the timeline, so you just paste it there. And it's longer than the video, so I don't need to worry about that. Let me just double check the volume level that I had this at. 7%. I'll make sure I match that. And then I'm going to grab waveform. Makes it, to grab that element. Go back over. Being difficult on us. All right. That's just a little extra movement that I add. You don't have to add. You can make them however you want. I just like adding these elements, and I just grab them from the last one because I built it once. Why build it twice? Why do it twice? Let me double check that this is the right volume. Properties. This was at 7. Now let's just go back to this one last time. One last element. So we need our closed captions. And then the video's done. That's it. You know, I mean, didn't take too long. Seems like computer's getting tired before I do. Okay, let's grab it. And the reason why I'm just grabbing it is because I might as well just grab the ones that I already have set up in the format that I like. And why do the work twice? Why do the work 3 times? Do it once. And if you want to make any changes after that point, just make little changes. Now, I drag that, and the video might be done. I just, I need to just go over it one last time. I could maybe need to modify some of the closed caption, but I don't think so. But let's watch it.
Here's something I had to learn the hard way when I started trying to make money with AI. You're not out of business when your bank account hits 0. You're out of business when someone physically stops you from working, when the doors are locked, when there are padlocks on the building, when you're not allowed to keep going. Everything before that is just a story happening in your head. And most people quit long before that ever happens. Not because AI didn't work, not because the tools failed, but because they decide they failed. They try AI, don't see instant results, and stop. They feel behind. They feel late. They feel like it's not for them. That's the real problem. AI doesn't remove effort, it removes wasted effort. It lets you create content faster, build systems that work when you're offline, and do work once that keeps running. Passive income with AI isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about leverage. And leverage gives you something most people never get back. Time. Nothing is stopping you from building that except the moment you decide to stop.
Now, if there was anything else that I added to this, maybe some stickers, which you could also get into the media library, but that's really it. Now, what you would do is, like, I'm not going to do this right now just because I'm not going to, I'm going to upload this one at the moment, but let me see, let me find it. This was the example I was doing. I was just recording a video and showing. So you can come over here to marketing in high level. That's startlistnow.com. It's also in the checklist. And again, remember, you can grab the snapshot right here in the checklist at aiprofitchecklist.com. and my snapshot is right here. And I also have a new snapshot that I'm working on, which I'll update it in the checklist when it's ready. And then you could snapshot from that one too. Where's the tab that I was on? There we go. So where was oh yeah, that's what I was doing. So what you could do here now is you could take that file and you can schedule it across like multiple different accounts. You could attach multiple Facebook pages, multiple Instagram accounts. If you do Google business profile, you can LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Threads, and Blue Sky. Obviously, Reels aren't, and short form vertical video isn't on all those platforms, so just post it where it's relevant, which is mainly Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube. So those are mostly the vertical video platforms. But you would just be able to post it once here, just as a one-time video, or you can upload, and you just basically upload the file there. But once you upload the file, you can go and add it into a sheet like this and schedule them all in bulk, a whole big bulk schedule of like every single video, one after another, and it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. So and you create just a file, you upload the file, and it schedules it out. And say you have like 30 different videos that you've created, you could just drop this in there. And on things like Facebook pages and Instagram accounts, you could repost these videos. So you're basically creating a catalog of videos that you can post over and over again that get you leads and get people into that funnel, into like your high level funnel or whatever email autoresponder you're using. I just like high level. It covers it's like I get this poster along with my other platforms that I use. So high level is a component of it. Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry, I didn't see your post down there. What's happening? Is it Haviscon? How's it going? You saw one of my tutorials, and Victory Blocks 69. Good name. But yeah, awesome. Glad that you like the tutorials. Let me know if there's any that if anything's unclear. I do these lives, but then I also try and post edited tutorials and make sure everything's clear. I'm working on a very good walkthrough right now and some additional content, which should be coming out very shortly. That should be able to help you make more money with passive income with AI. But point is that you're able to take these CSV files, and you host them all on here, and then you just upload it, and then you'd be able to upload things super, super easily. So I hope that this is helpful. We created a piece of content, which now, again, it's not just, that's the kind of the point I'm making, is like once you create the content, you can kind of keep on creating that content over and over and over. Or you just create similar content, and then you create a flywheel where you're posting that content over and over and over again. So again, I hope this was helpful. And I'm going to continue to make more lives where I'm showing you how to make content live. And again, my name is Jonathan. Make sure that you like, subscribe, ring the bell, go to AIProfitChecklist.com to get started. And I will see everybody in the next video. Take care. All right. Bye.